How can a business coach help me? Well, assuming you find the right person, I'm going to tell you 5 specific steps on how they would do it and also the results. When we can live life on our terms, on a holistic level, taking into account not just our business lives, but also our health, all of our relationships, from friends, family, partners, the world changes. All right, so I'm fortunate enough to be a very high-end executive leadership coach, and I work with people literally all over the world. And when you find a great coach, ideally what this person is going to do is help you grow. But not just grow as a person, not just grow as a leader, but grow on a holistic, fully integrated you. The better you become as a senior leader, the better you're going to provide for your entire organization. Obviously, the bottom line, it needs to pay for itself. I am extremely expensive. I'll be blunt, but I always tell the people I work with, I am at a minimum, I'm always hoping they're getting a minimum of a 10x return on the financial investment they make with me. And in some cases, there's a lot of the people I work with are literally the help and change of perspectives is worth millions to them. So the first thing that you need to make sure that your coach is doing is they're going to help and they're going to be curious. When I say curious, it means that they're going to keep asking you questions and they're going to ideally go places that you may not feel comfortable with. A good coach is going to read you, and if you start dodging an area, that's an area I go into and I push. If I think you have blind spots, I'm going to challenge where does that look like. But first point is to be curious. And a lot of times we'll start with, hey, tell me something that's good. It is so easy for us to get on, it's called the hedonic treadmill, where we're always moving goalposts, that we never actually invest the time to step back and say, man, things are going great. And what are those things? Make sure we celebrate those victories. So the first thing is being curious and being to help you identify the positives and the negatives and where things are. Now also, the second thing is a good coach can also become a great sounding board. Now, one of the cornerstones of that to work, though, is you've got to trust your coach. There has to be a level of trust and respect that goes both ways. So this person can say, hey, look, man, I'm working through this and I'm not really sure, or I've got this problem with this person on my team, or boy, the board is pissed off about this, or holy shit, finances are getting tight. Now, a great coach isn't going to know all the answers, but a great coach is going to help you to stabilize, figure out where you are, where you want to go, and how to start approaching those different challenges and different problems. Now, I have over 30 years of experience, so I'm able to actually answer a lot of questions or walk people through a different way of looking at things so that they can start to approach and really improve as a sounding board. Now, the third thing is a great coach is going to challenge you. There's a saying that says that it's lonely at the top. And where this comes from is, well, if you're a senior leader of your department, your organization, whatever it may be, you likely, if you're having challenges, you may or may not be able to go to anybody above you. You may not have anybody above you, or maybe you have a board and they can't really know about the challenges you're facing. Or you certainly don't want to go to your team if you're having those insecurities or challenges sometimes. So people end up sort of surrounded by yes men, yes women that say, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever you want, boss, whatever you need, boss, okay, because they're afraid of rocking the boat. That in and of itself is a different issue. That means you don't have a very healthy team. There's ways to build that. But having somebody who will very candidly and very directly, but with compassion, just hit you right between the eyes and go, man, I think you're being an idiot. I think you're missing the boat. I think you've got a giant blind spot here. But doing it in a way, again, that when you have that mutual trust and respect, that the person's like, holy smokes, maybe I do. And helping, and when you can start to see those challenges, when you're challenged, and as the person who's being coached, you're like, wow, maybe I can do that better. Maybe I can have a different approach. All right. Excuse me. Post-COVID pain in the ass cough. All right. The fourth thing is going to be accountability. Now, there's an old saying that says you can't make anybody accountable. People can only be accountable to themselves. But a good coach is going to come up with mechanisms and tools that will help you hold you accountable. that's going to come up and check in and say, hey, last week we talked about these things, and how'd you do with them? Well, I didn't do them. Okay, why not? What do you need to do? What's more important? But really help push down and not let you get away with it. Not go, oh, well, that's just, he's the boss, she's the boss, that's how it is. We don't want to address those things. It doesn't work that well, and that's not healthy. But having somebody who can genuinely help hold you accountable, shine that mirror back at you, says, no, look, here's where we are, where do you need to go, is going to be a very, very valuable. And lastly, is somebody who looks at you as a whole person. And what I mean by this is something that is a little bit unique in the business area that I do and that the coaches I work with who coach others. But I believe that work-life balance is no longer possible. In fact, I think work-life balance is bunk. But healthy, holistic work-life integration is possible. So when you're a better spouse, when you're a better parent, when you're taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, when you're looking at things on a holistic level, these things really, really help you become a much better leader. When you sleep well, good night's sleep makes all the difference in the world. It can be your best competitive advantage. But having a coach that's going to ask you those questions is going to be important as well. So we actually, if you're interested, we have, you can go to lifeon-yourterms.com, and we have, and it's for free, doesn't cost you anything. You can go about halfway down the page, there's a tool called the balance wheel. And this is actually where I start when I'm working with a new client, is a lot of times we'll go through and we'll use the balance wheel to sort of get an idea of where that person sits. So when it comes down to asking the questions, how can a business coach help me? Well, provided you have the right coach, they're ultimately going to help you grow yourself as a leader, as an individual. They're going to help hold you accountable. You're going to make more money. You're going to become a better, happier person. But ideally, the long and the short is you got to make sure you're making the money to pay for it. So the primary things are they're going to be curious. They're going to help idea areas of success and areas of opportunity. They'll become a great sounding board. They're going to be somebody who challenges you in a healthy, positive way to become better, stronger, avoid those blind spots, help hold you accountable, and look at you as a whole person. So, ideally, you found some value with this. If you did, please subscribe. Check out, we got a bunch of different channel or videos on this channel. If you're a coach and you want to learn more about a Life on Your Terms certification, you're welcome to reach out. We look forward to hearing from you. Keep smiling.